Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today's video is all about digital minimalism, and I'm going to tell you some tips that work for me to help you have a mindful social media use. Before I start, please make sure that you subscribe below. I'm so close to 500 subscribers and it will mean so much if you support, like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Without me blabbing on for too long, here are some tips for a mindful social media use. The first thing I'd say, especially if you're used to posting a lot, say if that is your job or if you just are engaged in social media, Instagram, etc., is break the instant feedback link. That basically means that social media is designed for us to crave instant gratification from validation, likes, comments, all of that interaction, and it's also designed that we will never have enough or never be satisfied. Breaking the instant feedback link literally means turn your phone off or switch the app off as soon as you've posted something, so you're not excessively checking, you're not longing for that validation, and you also are able to break that dopamine addiction straight away, because the way dopamine works, we just keep on wanting the next big thing and it never ever comes. This also helps to practice emotional distance, and it allows you to not attach yourself to a post as much, because you know you're not going to get instant gratification from it, because you're not going to let yourself, you're going to turn your phone off straight away. And also, especially if it's your job, it will make your insights more accurate because you have a longer period of time to collect all the data. But even if you're not an influencer and you literally just post social media for the fun of it, just turning the phone off straight away after you've posted really does help to exercise and practice the non-attachment, and doesn't allow you to spend the next few minutes stressing over whether your picture's getting enough likes or not. And it also allows you to keep authentic to yourself and know that you are posting because you like the content that you're posting, not because you rely on the feedback that it's going to receive. The next thing is definitely to choose both your audience and who you're an audience for. And make sure that every time that you scroll, you're scrolling through things that are inspiring, that make you happy, that bring you joy, and you are going to want to get rid of anything that brings you negativity, frustration, jealousy, any kind of like negative vibration. You don't need it. Now, although social media can control us, we also have a way of controlling it. You want to make sure that you're in control, not your phone, and that literally does mean that you can decide whose posts you want to see. You can make people unfollow you, you can unfollow people also, which is great on Instagram. You can mute people, so say if they're your family, friends, or they're people that you don't feel safe to unfollow, you can just mute them so you can't see any of their posts. Unfollowing people doesn't have to be this petty, horrible thing. You can love a person and really value them and just not want to see what they post, and that is perfectly okay. We need to normalize that more. Just unfollow people that you don't want to see. It's not a big deal, and it's way more important that you protect your peace and control whose content that you're seeing. We spend a lot of time on our phones, so we may as well make the time that we do spend inspiring and happy. The third and super obvious thing is delete social medias that you don't need. I have deleted Twitter indefinitely. I'm definitely on the way of deleting Snapchat, but I still like it for the memories and also for the occasional group chat that I still have. So for Twitter, I've deleted my account, but for things like Snapchat and Facebook, I've just deleted the app, and I just know that I have the account there if I want to log into it in the future, but I don't have to use it. Instagram, you can also deactivate your account, which is a great way if you still want your account in the future, but you don't want to lose any followers whilst you're away. Deactivating it takes it off the Instagram platform, but as soon as you log back in, all your followers were exactly the same as they were when you left. And it's also, I find, more productive for me to deactivate my account than delete it, because if I just delete the account off my phone, I'll be so tempted to log on my laptop or to just re-download it again. But something about deactivating it seems a bit more final. Even if you don't feel like you can delete social media, make rules for yourself. Delete it in the weekdays, or delete it on the weekends, or delete it in the morning up until 4 p.m. We have lives outside social media, and unfortunately a lot of our lives do revolve around social media. So in order for you to detach from that, you need to give yourself all of the opportunities and all of the chances that you can. The next thing I would say is definitely set strict rules, which is similar to what I said about deleting Instagram in the day. For instance, only watch Netflix when you're around people, which means that it's more of a social activity. You're not just falling down the hole of binge watching. Only go on Instagram 1 hour a day. Write them down, stick to them, and then it would also be more mindful, because you know that the time that you have on social media you have to use mindfully, and you have to get everything that you want to do done in that time, so you're not wasting endless hours scrolling. And it also allows you to fill that spare time with other things like getting your to-do list done, reading a book. On that note, find other things that you can do instead of going on social media, because a lot of the time we go on social media because we're bored and we don't know what else to do. So if you set certain things or activities up that you can do instead of social media, it's going to be so much easier to stay off it. For instance, read a book, go on a walk, nature is beautiful, do some painting, play with your inner child. There's so many more things that we can do if we have time to spare instead of scrolling on social media. 2 active things that has really helped me is turning off all of my notifications and setting screen time limits. Now I know iOS does this, I'm pretty sure Android will do this too, but you can set screen limits on every single app. So I can only go on YouTube for 30 minutes a day, Facebook for 10 minutes a day, my emails for 15 minutes a day, and then when that time is up it will come up with like a blocker. And obviously if you're doing something really important or you really feel like you need to be on that social media for a longer time, you can just click either ignore for 15 minutes or ignore for the whole day, and you can go on social media again. But this is really good. Definitely reward yourself when you have stuck to that and you haven't blocked or snoozed the blocker. It is just nice to be mindful and think, oh wow, like I've already spent an hour on YouTube today, maybe I should have some time off, pick up a book instead. And the second thing that I mentioned, and this has revolutionized my social media usage, is turning off all of my post notifications. Because the algorithm and the way that these things worked, post notifications is literally just a way to suck you into the hole of endless scrolling. Now I'd not have any need to go on my phone, but I see a notification of Instagram, so and so posted or so and so liked your post, I'll click on it and then I'm already on the app, so I may as well scroll. Just don't do that. Get rid of all the notifications unless they're super important. I leave my email notifications on, and also my phone calls and FaceTimes and like text messages, because I know that the only people that really get in contact with me via text is my family and like people that, you know, may actually need me. But all of my Instagram, any kind of social media, I turn those notifications off, and I actually find myself going on my phone significantly less because I'll check my phone and there's actually no notifications, so I don't have a desire to go on the app. Another thing that you can do is buy an alarm clock or a digital watch. Keep it in your room and make sure your phone is out of your room in the mornings, so you're not having to rely on the alarm on your phone, which then means you're not tempted in the morning to scroll first thing. So just make sure that you're not tempted by all of the things that your phone offers that you really don't actually need. Write a physical to-do list and put it by your bedside table so you don't have to go on the notes or your reminders. Search on your computer if you need to Google something, so again you're not tempted to scroll on Instagram. And also do one thing at a time. If you're going on Instagram, stay on Instagram and don't scroll on all the other apps and flick through them. Just make your time on social media mindful, and if you're going on Instagram, make sure that there's at least a reason for it. You know, you want to interact with people, you want to post something, you want to spend 10 minutes looking at your feed, and then be strict, get off it. Those are just some tips. Probably super simple and self-explanatory, but sometimes that is all you need, just those reminders to remember that I don't have to go on my phone all the time. I'm not addicted, and I'm gonna do everything I can just to help myself make my social media usage more mindful, dip my foot into the pool of digital minimalism, and really take control of the media that I'm consuming and the time that I'm spending on it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like if you did, and comment down below the thing that resonated with you the most, or something that helps you when you feel like you're addicted to social media and you want to step out of it. Again, give me a subscribe if you want to see more content, and thank you so much for watching this video, sharing your energy with me. I appreciate you so much, and I'll see you in my next one.